Hello and welcome to the Travel Enthusiast channel. Today I'm going to be talking about travel today rather than school, because I feel like quite a lot of my recent videos have been all about education, like college and university and all of that. So I'm going to be talking about travel. Particularly in this video I'm going to be talking about my top 5 location spots, my top 5 places I've been to that I've absolutely adored, I've loved, and it was just a great experience for me. Number 1, I think it has to be Thailand, Phuket in particular, and I flew to Bangkok as well. But those two places in particular because it was just amazing throughout. I mean, the food was excellent, the people there were so kind to us, very, like, rich in culture, and I learned a lot about Thailand that I didn't even think of. I mean, just the scenery and just the buildings and the temples and the trees, the oceans, just everything, just absolutely amazing and just beautiful the entire time. As soon as you flew in, it looked like out of a movie, like, I don't know, like Jurassic Park kind of thing. I guess that you can compare it to. It's just amazing, just out of a movie, just the driving around, just like loads of people on motorbikes, and just because some areas that in Phuket are quite like poor versus other areas, and so like you get to see that divide, like how electrical wires are just going across the roads, and how poorly made some buildings are, and which is quite sad really. It's a realisation how there's like a like not very well built house next to like a condo, a really nice luxury condo. So yeah, you have that a lot in Thailand, I feel, that I saw. But yeah, Thailand is absolutely amazing. I really recommend it. The flight was really long. It was like 15 hours flight because I had to take 2 planes. Like 3 airports. It was a long, and driving around, it was a long time. But if you have the money, if you have the time, go do it. I spent about over a week there, I think, around there, October, and it was absolutely roasting. It was monsoon season, but it only rained like one day, and the rest of it was absolutely roasting, just really humid. But yeah, I loved it. Number 2, not to be biased because obviously I am Italian, but Rome in Italy. Rome is just, oh, I love it there. The food is excellent. Just ice cream to pizza to lasagna, everything. Yeah, you have to get pizza when you're there, of course. That's like literally everything I ate when I was there. A lot of history. I love seeing the Colosseum. We had a guided tour around the Colosseum. That was very nice. We went to a few ice cream parlours around the city, recommended. I highly recommend using TripAdvisor because that is like the basis of my research, my family's research of like restaurants and hotels and bars and all of that, because it's really helpful, and normally 99.9% TripAdvisor is accurate. And also for me, why Rome is second is because I feel like a sense of belonging there, like it's home, I feel safe, even though it's like a really like big city. I just feel at home there. Like I kind of grew up like visiting there when I was younger, so it was nice to go back and just to surround myself with Italian people and the food and the culture and all of that. Again, I recommend going to Rome. You can catch pretty cheap flights, either peak or off peak, summer or during like the weekday. There's always amazing deals. I really recommend using Secret Escapes. That's where I booked it through, and it was really cheap for my family. So that's a shout out. Number 3 is Dubai. I know Dubai is very like hit or miss whether people like it or not. I know quite a lot of people I saw on Twitter dislike Dubai. It's like built in like a couple of decades kind of thing, and it's built around like exploitation of like people from poorer countries. I did see that is like the downfall, but let's not talk about the negatives. But yeah, I did fall in love with Dubai. You can really tell that it's built on wealth, it's built on just materialism and all of that, but I did love it there. The tall buildings. I absolutely love, if you know me, and you know me well, I love cities, so I love Dubai. Like, only a couple of million people live there, and you would think by looking at Dubai all the tall high-rise buildings, skyscrapers, you think like tens of millions who live there, like it's a mega city. Beaches, spectacular. I did do water sports when I was there. That is a must. You can see all of the Dubai Marina. And also a hotel I recommend is Hotel Rixos the Palm. That is a lovely hotel that I stayed in as well. Yeah, you can see all of Dubai Marina, all the tall buildings, some of the tallest in Dubai. The only thing I would say is the downfall, which I don't want to talk about negatives, but there's not like much culture there, because obviously Dubai has been there for, you know, hundreds and hundreds of years. It was a small fishing port, but Dubai is like, as you see now, the glitz and the glam and the Pradas and the Gucci stores, and you know, the aquarium and Burj Khalifa obviously isn't really like true Dubai. So if you want to go to Dubai and you want culture, then I would say stick away from like the city centre and go like outskirts kind of thing. Old Town Dubai. I went to Old Town Dubai, and that's like proper like old, like proper Dubai, you know. So that's a must. But obviously Dubai is lovely. Lovely people. People in the hotel, oh my god, they couldn't even be nicer, and just so attentive and so helpful. Before is Paris, France. I've just, ever since like my first visit there, I just fallen in love with Paris. It's just, you know, not very far away from London, so it's quite a nice, easy like commute and easy travel to Paris, just, you know, for a couple of days for the weekend. I've been there like literally like 5 to 10 times. I love it there. Especially like you have to get macaroons when you're there. Like they're literally amazing. There's a macaroons like shop near where I stayed, La Walt Hotel, literally like around the corner from the Eiffel Tower. So it's like probably like 10 doors down from my hotel. So it's kind of in that like proximity. So if you're in Paris and you want macaroons, then definitely go there, or just any store really. I highly recommend getting macaroons. It's so lovely, and recommend going up the Eiffel Tower. Book your tickets in advance because there is so many queues, such a long queue if you don't. So yeah, book that in advance and you go like straight to the top. Obviously there's a couple of waiting to get on the lift and waiting, you know, to actually go up to the top. But if you buy them online, you like cut out the actual queue to buy the tickets, so it saves you a lot of time. Yeah, recommend with Paris walking around. Just walk around, enjoy the sights. Walk. What I walked all the way up to Arc de Triomphe and like around it, and it's honestly crazy like how many lanes and how many cars there are just driving around Arc de Triomphe. Oh, yeah, I love Paris. Just the people and the food and the sights, and I just loved when I stayed there last. Last but not least, I have to give New York City a mention. The food, whoa my god, was like over the top. Like the portions were amazing, like the variety of food, just like from burgers to hot dogs. I had a hot dog from a hot dog stand and that was like amazing. And like the burgers, I really recommend, and I kind of did this in my travel guide video, so I'm not going to talk too much about that, but visiting Bubblegum Shrimp in Times Square, downtown Manhattan. That restaurant, they know like, oh my god, I can remember the Snapchat as well. I took this like years ago and I remember the Snapchat, and the food was like, oh my god, it was so good. So yeah, I recommend that restaurant. And there's also some like kind of, I guess you could say, hidden gems of like smaller restaurants that people don't really go to, not really like tourist sites, kind of like outside of downtown Manhattan and like Times Square and like Midtown Manhattan. So that is like as well, is don't just go to like the hustle and bustle of like tourist like restaurants and cafes. You know, you can, like I did. I went to Hard Rock Cafe as well, that was amazing. But yeah, try and like mix it up a bit. Go to like the smaller like quiet restaurants, because I'm sure they're good too, and they are good. Like I went to the small ones and they were amazing. And just again, I love cities. The skyscrapers like the Empire State, the Rockefeller, One World Trade Center, and it was just like in New York, there's so much to do, like honestly, like so many sites, so many restaurants. Even like New Jersey is like, I think the shopping centre, yeah, the shopping centre I went to, which is mentioned in my travel guide video. Can't actually remember the name of it. Just like an hour-ish drive from New York, and so many shops, there's literally so much to do. And just, oh yeah, Macy's as well. See, like there's so much to do there. You can literally go there for like a week. I went there for 5 days. 5-7 days I would say is like a good amount. You can even go for longer. So New York is definitely a place, if you want to get out and do stuff like, we're doing this today, we're going there today, you know, then New York is definitely a place for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Your favourite ones, leave in the comment section and I'll see if I agree. Loads will be my ones that, you know, are in my heart, that I love them so much. Don't get me wrong, there are so many others that I've been to that I love, like Prague and Budapest and Milan and London. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and all the rest. Thank you for watching.